Hey everyone, welcome to my journey. Assalamu alaikum. 9 a.m., a bright shiny day, but it's still very cold in London. I'm sharing my lunch routine today. Mouth-watering biryani with homemade spices. And also sharing what alternatives I use when I am out of ingredients. My kids and family requested to make a biryani, but I am out of a very important ingredient, onions. After dropping off kids to school going back to home, really starving for breakfast. I'm going to enjoy my tea with these cheese topped rolls and some boiled eggs. I'm preparing this biryani for the lunchtime using around 1 kg boneless beef. Red meat is a rich source of iron, a mineral which is very important for your body. This is my pre-preparation for biryani. Using ready spice mix makes it easier to cook. But mostly they are available only at Asian stores and sometimes they are out of stocks as well. In vegetables I am using tomatoes, lemon, mint, coriander, green chilies and freshly homemade ginger garlic paste. To give a nice aroma to the biryani I am using whole spices like cinnamon stick, anise seeds, cumin seeds, green cardamom, black pepper, cloves and bay leaves. I am also using these dry red chilies to make it little spicy. So this is simple spices like coriander powder, red chili powder, turmeric powder and some salt. You can adjust the quantity of spices according to your taste and according to the quantity of meat. Biryani and korma is lifeless without nutmeg powder and mace powder. We are going to enjoy this popular biryani in our lunchtime. I am using pure sunflower oil. They advertise this oil very nicely like cholesterol free, no splash, no smell. No splash. Beef takes time to get tender, so I'm using pressure cooker to save the time. Adding whole spices. Generous amount of ginger garlic paste. I always prefer to cook meat and chicken in oil first in ginger garlic paste. This way all good aroma of whole spices and ginger garlic paste will be infused properly in the meat. Pleasant appearance and good aroma of food really helps you to increase your appetite. Cook around 5 to 7 minutes. Adding all spices. Some water. Sadly I run out of fresh onions today, but still willing to make a biryani with alternative. Adding a cup of yogurt and some fresh chopped tomatoes. Cover the lid and let it cook until the meat is tender. Cook on medium flame for about 20 minutes. I am using Lela basmati rice. This glass holds around 250 grams of rice. 5 glasses is good for my family. I am using this big pot to cook the biryani. Fill around half of a pot with water. Cooker start to whistle. I'll boil rice until they are cooked around 70%. Cooked around 20 to 25 minutes and meat is nicely tender. You can still see some gravy because there is no onion. So here I am using the biryani saving dry fried onions. I am using this fried onion because I am out of onions, but it still saves lots of energy and time. Adding some green chilies, a good source of vitamin C. You can also add chili paste. Give it a nice mix. Onions are getting infused with the gravy. Helps to thicken the gravy. Sprinkling some nutmeg powder and mace powder at the end. Also sprinkle some homemade whole spice powder. So this is the time to layer the biryani. So I just put the first layer of rice. Sprinkle some salt. You can also add salt while you are boiling the rice. Putting this chicken korma in the middle layer of rice. You can also add gravy at the bottom or at the top of the rice. There is no rule in cooking and I love to do experiments with my cooking. Topping up with the next layer of rice. putting some lemons, tomatoes, coriander, mint, some green chilies on top to give them a really fresh, nice flavor. To give a nice aroma, I'm using kebra water. You can also use rose water instead. Also sprinkle some orange food color to give a nice color to a biryani. So here I separate some of the boiled rice for the little kids who don't like spice. Add some salt and some olive oil in the biryani and going to steam them. I always feed my kids homemade regular meals. So how I modify my kids meal, like when I'm cooking a regular meal, I separate some food before adding red chili powder and cook them in a separate pan. It really helps to introduce all kinds of food to your children. One meal as a family together is also really helpful for the kids to learn to eat different foods. I steam this rice around 20 minutes and rice is nicely cooked and all spices are infused properly and this delicious biryani is ready to enjoy. It's about to be 3 p.m. time to go and pick my kids. Weather is really nice. So it's 3 p.m. but you can already see it looks like it's just evening because in winter days are really short. It's really cold but still enjoying the weather. Being active is very important for a healthy lifestyle. And when you are not motivated to walk and do some activities in winters, so these little activities like to go for a grocery, to go to pick your kids, it really helps you to keep active. Even if you can drive to school, prefer to go by walk if you have not really long distance. It really gives you a nice healthy routine. Hi everyone, welcome to home. So this is the lunch time. Everybody is so hungry. I'm just serving them biryani. I hope you enjoy the easiest recipe of this biryani. Take care of yourself, eat good food for good life. Allah Hafiz.